Today we meet a bird that many gardeners have a love-hate relationship with, the scrub turkey. The scrub turkey, also known as the brush turkey or the bush turkey, is from the east coast of Australia, and despite the similarities, they're not related to the American turkey. They're actually a member of the family Megapodiidae, and that family is named for their large feet. The birds in this family have absolutely fascinating nesting habits, and that's the topic of today's video, the nesting habits of the Australian scrub turkey. Our story starts with the male. You can identify him by his enlarged yellow wattle during the breeding season. Each male attempts to maintain a territory within which they will construct a large mound from leaf litter and other compostable materials that they collect from the surrounding area. The mounds can be as large as a car, and the male will add or remove material from the mound to keep the internal temperature between 33 and 35 degrees Celsius. It's essentially a large compost heap, and it makes a perfect incubation chamber. Throughout the spring and summer, the female with her much smaller wattle will visit the mounds of several males, and within each mound she will dig down and lay a single egg as the male watches on. The eggs are very large, and the female will lay a lot of them, roughly one every 2 to 5 days, and this is all to do with the survival of the chicks. From this point on, the male will care for the eggs, ensuring that the mound maintains that critical temperature of between 33 and 35 degrees Celsius until they hatch. After around 50 days, the chicks hatch, and from that point they are completely on their own. Megapodiidae chicks are the most precocial of all birds, which means from day one they have to feed and fend for themselves. Scrub turkey chicks can fly soon after leaving the egg. It really is fascinating. At this stage, the chicks are very fragile, and it comes as no surprise that only a small number of them ever make it to adulthood. And this brings us back to the female's egg-laying strategy. Larger eggs allows for well-developed chicks, and laying more of them increases the odds. It really is a numbers game. Maintaining such a large mound and fending off rival males is extremely taxing on the dominant male, and most don't last long before being beaten by a competitor and losing their spot at the top of the mountain. The species does really well in urban areas, and because of this there's often conflict between gardeners and scrub turkeys. They are an Australian native protected species, but gardeners have come up with all sorts of methods to protect their gardens. So if you come across a car-sized mound either in the forest or in your own backyard, remember who made it and just how ingenious and fascinating this nesting strategy is.